Hey, welcome back to our Advent study where we're taking Christmas biblically seriously. I pray this has been a blessing to you thus far. And this week we are taking a look at how we can really get into the Christmas spirit. I think if somebody was to really have the spirit of Christmas, they would probably be described as loving, joyous, patient, peaceful. They would have really what Galatians chapter 5 and verse 22 lists as the fruit of the Spirit. I think there's a correlation between possessing the spirit of Christmas and exuding the fruits of the Spirit. That's all the Christmas spirit is. It's the fruits of the Spirit on full display. And what we're doing is we're doing a Bible study where we go through and we look at the Christmas narrative in Scripture, and we look at how different people in the narrative exude different fruits of the Spirit and how we can emulate them so that we can step into the spirit of Christmas this year. And today we are going to be looking at the fruit of kindness, and the Christmas narrative character we are going to be looking at, who I honestly think exudes kindness, is Elizabeth. In a couple of days ago, we did a study on her husband, Zechariah, where we were talking about peace. And today I want to look at the wife of Zechariah, the mother of John the Baptist, and how she exudes kindness. Before we look at it, I want us to jump into Scripture. Let's go to Luke chapter 1, and we will look at one verse, and that's verse 42. Luke chapter 1, verse 42 says this, and she exclaimed, she here is Elizabeth, she exclaimed with a loud cry, "Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb." Right here, this is Elizabeth going off in the best way. And she's going off on her cousin, Mary. Mary is obviously the mother of Jesus. We know this. And when Mary, pregnant with Jesus, comes to visit Elizabeth, who is pregnant with John the Baptist, she's pregnant with her own baby, she is able to get excited about what's going on inside of Mary, even though she's got her own thing to be excited about. Now get this, Mary, no doubt, if you read Scripture, people are looking at Mary with a side eye. Mary is a virgin who's turned up pregnant. Says the baby ain't Joseph's, says that the baby's God's. People are looking at Mary with a side eye. And here's what I'm trying to show you. When it would have been the easiest thing in the world for Elizabeth to look at Mary the same way no doubt other people in town were looking at Mary, through a side eye, saying, "Oh, really? Yeah, God, Yahweh, is the father of this child." Sure. It would have been easy for her to look down on Mary, to just kind of fall in line with everybody else. Elizabeth doesn't do that. Elizabeth believes the word of the Lord, believes her, and begins to show kindness. I guarantee kindness in this season. Again, we're having to use our sanctified imagination here. We're going over some things maybe the Scriptures don't lay out, but we can use logic. God gave us a brain. We're allowed to use it. It is not a hop, skip, and a jump to believe that there are people in town who are saying not so kind things about Mary, saying some things, creating some narratives that are not based in the truth of what Luke chapter 1 and chapter 2 say. And when Elizabeth could have fallen in line with the narrative of everyone else, with the narrative going around town, with the narrative Joseph was even tempted to believe, Elizabeth stepped into a place of kindness, and she literally exclaims with a loud cry, "Blessed are you among women." Literally, she's saying, "You're more blessed than me." That's what Elizabeth's saying. Blessed are you among women. Elizabeth's a woman, and she's saying, "You're more blessed than me because you are carrying the Messiah." And she says this, "Blessed is the fruit of your womb." I want to remind you, Elizabeth has her own child. Like, she's pregnant with her own baby. And she was not so caught up with what she was carrying that she could not be excited and kind to someone who was carrying something even more significant than she was. And this Christmas season, there are going to be moments where you can go with the narrative of the world. You can go with the narrative of gossip. You can go with the narrative of what's easy to look at and judge by human standards and deduce about certain people, or you can judge by the Spirit, specifically the fruit of the Spirit of kindness. I wanted to encourage you, exemplify Elizabeth in this season. Who can you show the kindness of God to by jumping on the narrative of God over their life? The narrative of God over Mary's life was the Spirit of the Most High has overshadowed you, and you are going to bring the Messiah into the world. The prophecy we looked at last week, Isaiah 7:14, that the virgin shall give birth and his name shall be Emmanuel, God with us. It's you, Mary. Or are you so caught up in what you're carrying, what you've got, that you've got the next big thing, or the narrative of what everybody else has said about these people, this person, maybe it's even yourself that you need to show kindness to, that you cannot step into the fruit of the Spirit? I promise you, it will be so much easier to get into the spirit of Christmas if you will look at other people through the lens of the fruit of the Spirit of kindness. Where can you jump on to God's narrative on the people for the people in your life?